doing both. I think there's a platform that you can put everything on, but I'm just going to do this way right now because I feel like I get more views when I go on Facebook, and it's so important, y'all. Trinice Brown is on my Facebook. She and I have known each other for many, many years. So, Trinice, I'm going to call you out because you're on here. Trinice adopted a beautiful baby girl. How old is she now, Trinice? What, 2, 3 years old? I've just seen the pictures of her. She's so adorable. But she and her husband adopted a baby girl. This lighting is not very good where I am for StreamYard. And she is a mom who adopted a child. So one day we'll have to get Trinice on here to talk about adopting children. Would that be okay, Trinice? All right. I'm going to talk a little bit more about what I talked about last week because I was having technical issues and I think it's important enough to bring back. So you all know that I come on here every week just to talk about foster care and the need that these children have for foster parents. And y'all, these kids need parents. We're starting to see parents. This is, again, they need parents that are going to stick to them, okay? We're starting to see people we get information on a child that they want to have placed with us. And we're starting to see things like a child brought cigarettes to school that they took from their foster parents and shared it with their friends, and the foster parents are livid and they're like, okay, that's it. You can't be here anymore. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I know a lot of people. I was cool at, I didn't really do much until I got to college, but as a teenager, isn't that what teenagers do? Mischievous and do kind of crazy stuff. So I don't know the whole story. I'm guessing there's more. But these children need people who are going to stick with them. My late pastor, Pastor Sherman Davids, would say, stick to itness. We need parents who are going to stick to these kids. So when they do something that teenagers do, you'll stick with them. Discipline the way they need to be disciplined. But you are making sure that they still have stability with you. Hi, Jessica. So, what type of foster parents do we need in the sense of what kind of foster care you can provide? And I'm repeating some of it because I want to make sure you understand this. So you have your long-term, kind of your traditional foster care, which is more long-term, and the child will stay with you for an indefinite amount of time. And then you also have respite care, where you could be a foster parent that is giving just a break to some of the foster parents. Okay, and so we do a lot of emergency placement for group care, and I'm excited because we might be expanding. I'll tell you about that when it happens. Kids need homes. If I had 20 homes, it'd be full, and it still wouldn't be enough to take care of. I was in a meeting last week. I'm squirrel, so I go around everywhere. I was in a meeting last week because we're going to be doing a partnership with a local church to start a foster care ministry. If you are a local church and you want to start a foster care ministry, reach out to us. Okay? We can help you get started. Okay? fosters@jmckids.com. All right? But I was talking to this church, and the guy was saying that he read that if every church around the country took on one child, that there wouldn't be a need for the foster care system because somebody is taking on these kids. Okay, so you have foster care, you have the traditional care, you have respite care, and then you may be a relative who is taking care of your grandchildren, your nieces and or nephews, your cousins, your brother, your sister. Hi, Marvin. How you doing? Your brothers, your sisters. We encourage you to become licensed with us, because if you can get licensed as a grandmother taking care of your grandchildren, which is very common these days, You will then have access to different resources to help you and to help the children support you taking care of these kids. All right. So in StreamYard, somebody put, sometimes it just takes a little grace and understanding to show you ultimately care and love them. Stick to itness through the good and the bad. So that's what we need. Okay. I'm hoping that we get a lot of views. You know, it's 4th of July weekend. The country is opening up. The Washington State opened up yesterday. So I know a lot of y'all probably planning some fun things over the weekend. But take just a few minutes. I'm not going to be on here long. Respite care. Traditional foster care. Again, traditional foster care is when you'll be with them for an indefinite amount of time. Relative care. You're a cousin taking care of your relatives, your cousins. Okay? You're taking care of your brothers and sisters. We had Sherry Galston on here a few weeks ago. She was a part of the speaker series that Josh, our program manager, does. And she talked about how she took care of her sisters and her brothers, her sisters and brother, as a young adult. So the other kind of foster care you could do is fictive kin. Fictive kin is your coach, your teacher, or somebody at your church, and they need help. All right, with children. Again, you can become a foster parent with us, and you can get the support that you need to take care of that child. We can access resources for you. That child may need some therapy. There's a lot of children who are out of place, who are placed out of their homes, experience much trauma. And then when they go from home to home to home, their PTSD levels go up even more. We learned that from Scott Hanauer, who is a very amazing kind of person. He's an experienced clinician who knows these kids. These people that work with us, they told us that. So you could be foster parent. You could be a respite parent. Maybe you just take the child a couple of weekends. You could be a fictive kin. Your coach, again, met some people at this church. She worked at the school, local school. Something tragically happened to these children, their children's parents. She and her husband took on 4 children, a sibling group. They were supposed to stay a month. They've been with them over a year, and she loves it. So they said, listen, hey, Wendy, listen, y'all going to be great foster parents. I can't wait till you're ready. That's a little shameless plug in for Wendy and Marvin Jackson. They do great work, actually. Wendy is a native from Honduras, and they do a lot of work with a lot of the Honduran children over there, the Wendy Jackson Foundation. So we support them as well. My husband and I personally in our church, they're members of our church. They're our brother and sister in Christ, and so we support them a lot. Okay, with their ministry to the children in Honduras. All right. Fictive kin, relative care, respite care, traditional care, emergency placement, just night to night. Okay? What we are finding already, DCYF assumed, they kind of made some assumptions that once these kids start going back to school, that they would start seeing an uptick in people reporting suspicion of abuse and neglect. We're starting to see JMC in our homes. We're starting to see more kiddos coming into care who are protective custody. What does that mean? Somebody made a report, whatever the case is, and now this child has been placed with the state for 72 hours, whatever the case is. Sometimes just get a little breather. You could be that person. Okay? You get these kids, they need quick placement. They're with you for a few days. And maybe they go back to their parents, or they go to another situation. We've seen where they've gone back to their parents, worked some things out, they've gotten some services, and they've gone back to their parent where they can continue services. Or the state has filed for dependency. Now they stay in the foster care system and they get moved someplace else. So we want to make sure that you are a part of that, okay? So you might be like, well, you know what? I can't commit. This is what I want to do. They said 33%, again, just hearing this, 33% of people have thought about foster care, but only 2% actually pursue it. We need 33% who think about it, 33% to act on it. That would make such a huge difference, y'all. That would make a huge difference, okay? Hey, Derek. Make a huge difference, all right? So we need you. The foster care system needs you. Most importantly, these children need a safe and stable environment, okay? They need a safe and stable environment. Will you be that person? If you think you can't foster, think again. You can. And listen, JMC is going to be right with you. We're going to be right with you. We're not going to drop this child off to you and just leave them. We're not going to do that. Thank you, cousin. We're not going to do that. We're going to work with you. We're going to support you. If we need to come in there, we have case aid support. If we need to come take that child for a little break from y'all, hey, and to keep that child with you, and it's a safe, good environment, we're going to do that. If we're going to have a little, I was raised in a village setting, we could be that with you as well. Okay? All right. I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy your weekend, Still be safe. Some places you still have to wear your mask, even if you're vaccinated. But be as safe as possible, but enjoy this weekend. This is we were shut down last 4th of July, but this time, some of you have 3-day weekends. I'm sure maybe some of you have probably gone already. I know when I was working for the government, about 2:00 on a Friday before the holiday, time to go. So y'all enjoy your weekend. Thank you again for tuning in with us. We're going to do this first and third Friday. So I'll be on not next Friday, but the next Friday. All right. And I'm just going to talk to you about, again, encouraging you to please fosters@jmckids.com. You can reach out to me directly if you would like to be a foster parent. You can provide respite care. You could, if you're a relative, you could become a foster parent. Now, let me just clarify this real quick. If you have children placed with you, and it's a great environment for those children to be that's safe and stable, your cousins live with you, but you want to become a foster parent for them, we can work with you on that. We won't pull those kids. We'll work with you because, again, we want you to get the resources. That could be, financial. It's not a whole lot, but it's something that helps. And then again, it gets you resources that you may need, whether it's mental health, medical, things of that nature, y'all. Take advantage of it, okay? Relative care is huge. All right? Again, if that's going to keep that child with you, we'll work with you. All right? Thank you. Again, my name is Trelane Davis. I didn't introduce myself. I'm Trelane Davis, the co-founder and director of James Matthew Commission, where we believe that every child deserves an authentic, reliable, and supportive community. Will you be a part of that community? Contact us. Contact us and let us know that you want to be a part of that community. All right? Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy 4th of July weekend. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Facebook.